102 straight days of Clippers talk for you. I'm Adam Osland, live at Intuit Dome. It is game 3 of this best of 7 series as we are now back here at the Dome. The Dome is home. It's coming through. Check, check. Well, we'll see what the sound is like from them. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. People are trickling in now. Heard from Coach Lou earlier. I need to see if there was a David Adelman question about what he said about Intuit Dome. If anybody reported on that on X, because I think you guys know that means something to me. Check, 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 check. Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear, guys. How David Adelman addresses Denver's 2 turnovers with the team, or Denver's game 2 turnovers with the team. He said, "Yeah, don't do that." That's funny. I said, "I do like David Adelman, but so there's horses at the wall to try to distract Jokic with, and David Adelman said pregame that could be a motivational factor. Hopefully, not to go home." So we're gonna find out. This is exciting. You guys hear loud and clear? Not too loud? Am I peaking if I talk like this? Clippers and Denver Nuggets from game 3 here at Intuit Dome. First ever playoff game at the Dome. It's not too loud. It's not overmodulated. I know it's loud in here. It's going to be extremely loud. Put that ass up, man. Put it up. I'm a little tired, and yes, I'm back on the Diet Coke, even though I said yesterday after I spilled some that I'd never drink it again, or I at least wouldn't drink it for a bit. I need something today. I ran 10 miles, and I am feeling it. All right. Thank you, guys. David, Cortez, let me know about the volume, because I do have a little volume knob over here on the Focusrite, and it was like up a bunch at first. I won't blow you guys' eardrums. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Coda Bear. Much obliged. I don't deserve you, but you guys deserve a Clippers victory tonight. Let's see what happens. Yeah, game 3 in Dallas. Down 19. That's also one of the best quiet playoff games. I should have brought that up. Hey, thanks, Jeffrey. It doesn't look like anybody asked Adelman pregame question. I would have asked, but you know what? I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Not, I'm worried with him, but you know. So he said this about the horse hash for Nikola Jokic at the wall pregame. Dave Adelman said that could be a motivational factor, hopefully not to go home. I do think it's unique that they're trying this. I think it's really cool. I know people got out of sorts because I said pumping noise or whatever. It's just really loud. I love what they're doing here. The NBA needs more of that, more creativity. That's what we used to know when I grew up. I miss that. So it will be cool to be a part of it. So he's referencing their Arco Arena The thing is, he said, we'll see if it survives about the wall. It sounded like he was questioning if the NBA was going to let this go on. I guess it's one of those things. Just got to let it go after tonight. But the wall, Intuit Dome, you will have your say. Thanks, F. Feel weird saying that. People saying Adam, I'm backtracking. Oh, not enough. It's getting exciting. Did you guys know this is Big Brother Jake's 3,000th broadcast that he has done in his career? Tonight's that day. Tonight's the night. Mr. 3000. Move over, Bernie Mac. R.I.P. I love Bernie Mac. $3,000 hits, you could say, in a way. Hit broadcast. What's that? You know what I heard, Daniel. I don't know if this is happening tonight. Speaking to Daniel West, our producer back in Burbank, if they start counting how many misses the wall generates, that's because Daniel came up with that idea. Dead ass serious. Like K's with strikeouts. I think I offered that part, but I don't know how they're going to count it or what that means, if it's going to be on the Halo 360, if they're doing it at all, but I thought I heard something's happening. You can credit Daniel West. It would be smart to do it in the playoffs. You know, now's the time. Mr. Pink. You guys Reservoir Dog fans? Super 7s of the 70s. I need some Nuggets trolling like I need air, says Renee. Let's go. RB's eating chicken nuggets for dinner. I did get a cut. I didn't cut it as short as I should have. I didn't get my money's worth. What up, Ben? Turn the NBA TV off. Wall's filling in. What up, Terry? Lock in. It is Kawhi's first technically playoff game healthy with a full crowd. That has never happened. The Utah games wasn't a full crowd in 2021, and after the first two games in Phoenix, he was out by game 3, and last season he wasn't healthy in game 2. This is the first time Kawhi has been healthy. So that's a good point, Clue. Good clue, y'all. There are some t-shirts. Cardboard signs. But I thought there were so many t-shirts that if you got here like a half hour early, I thought there were some t-shirts. It just wasn't in the seats. So some people will have them. Some people are there doing a blue out. They're wearing blue. A lot of people said wear blue. Joey happens to be. Sashis and Joey is wearing blue. All right, here we go, y'all. Welcome into a playoff edition of Clippers Countdown for Game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round series, and it's a historic event here for Clipper Nation, as it's the first game ever played in a playoff setting in their first home ever here at Intuit Dome. So Clipper Nation, you have a chance to mold out the type of environment you want to create here at playoff games. You got to set a standard for what the opposition will come to dread when they enter the building here at 3930 West Century Boulevard, as it's felt like it's taken a century for the Clippers to have this moment where they can stand out on their own and stand up and show pride in their own home and carve out a playoff culture for who they want to be in the biggest moments of the season. Thank you, Steve Ballmer. Oh, no, yeah. Thank you, Kawhi Leonard, for that Game 2 masterclass in Denver. Kawhi started 6 of 6, would end up going 15 of 19 from the field to get to 39 points, and would make the game-winning plays late for the Clippers to hold on and win 105-102 to tie the series up at a game apiece. And here was Kawhi post-game on TNT with Lauren Jabara. And now with the series shifting to Los Angeles, can the Clippers prove that they've created a home court advantage that translates to the playoffs? Can they make opponents fear this fortress called Intuit Dome? Tip-off from the Dome is just about 64 minutes away. Here in Game 3 between the Clippers and Denver Nuggets. Coming up, you're going to hear from Lauren Rosen, but up next, it's your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Have the rewind ready here, Daniel. Might have to go to it. I don't know where Carlo went.
Carlo had to speak to some season ticket holders. I did text him we went to break just in case.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Carlo's running over, guys. How y'all feeling?
He may not be back in time, dude.
No, we don't have any coach today. Sorry. Got to tell you. We'll just talk with Carlo in back segments here. All right, we'll go rewind here, Daniel. Clippers and Denver Nuggets from Intuit Dome. First ever playoff game here at the Dome. The Dome is home. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. We are just about 62 minutes away from tip-off. Still to come. We'll have Carlo Jimenez on. But first, I do want to go back in time in Clippers Rewind. We're going back to May 28th of 2021 when A Quiet Place 2 was at the top of the box office. And Good for You by Olivia Rodrigo. She's kind of blown up since then. Was number 1 on the Billboard charts. The Clippers, though, they were showing how good they could be with their backs against the wall. Not the wall, but backs against the wall metaphorically, as they were down 2-0 in Dallas in Game 3 and trailing by 19 early on. One of my better mixes. No Eagle on the call there as the Clippers came back down 19 in the first quarter thanks to Kawhi having 36. PG had 29. They were staring at going down 0-3 in that series. Stared death in the face. Somehow, some way, battled back in the Lions' den. It was the first game with fans back in the building in Dallas. One of the most important victories in franchise history as they would eventually win 118-108 because without it, they're not making that Western Conference Finals run back in 2021. Tonight, Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 58 minutes away. Coming up, we got your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Chill, Cortez. Johnny, I'm hearing on my third beer already. Getting the vocals warmed up. Good. We're going to need it. Let them know what time it is. David Adelman was aware pregame that he may have offended. Getting strong now. Sucked, guys. Earlier, I had to go on Spectrum TV and say all this nice stuff about Carlo.
I slipped him $20 for it. I was like, I know I've been so mean, so just do me a favor here.
That was good.
Oh, Joey, do you mind if we switch? Do you mind if we switch for you want to flip spots? Thanks, brother.
When do you say that's going to air, Carlo?
I'll send it to you because they usually send me a link.
They usually have Spectrum on in my gym.
Oh, they're going to see Adam on TV looking all sexy.
They don't use my part. It gets left on the cutting room floor.
Big bro, can you turn the piece on for Luis?
There will be no peace.
Yeah, just leave it on for this segment. Appreciate you.
Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. First ever playoff game here at the Dome. Welcome in, Clipper Nation. I'm Adam Osland. It's game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round series as we're tied up at a game apiece. Coming up, we got Lauren Rosen on the show. Plus, we'll get to your player to watch. But right now, join the show is your radio voice of the Clippers for 2 segments here. It is Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how are we doing?
Adam, I'm so good. I feel like I haven't been back in this building in so long. And we got some big celebrations today. First of all, first game at Intuit Dome. Give it up. First game at Intuit Dome. Adam hit over 200 days in a row on Clipper stock. Give it up. Big bro, game 3,000. Give it up.
3,000 broadcasts for Big Brother Jake Warner.
Yeah.
This is his 3,000th broadcast tonight. So you got to feel good about the Clippers' chances winning.
Come on now.
Good
Come
luck,
on now.
Charm here in Big Brother Jake Warner.
I got one more.
Feeling a Big Ben game. Let's go.
Joey Kimball's first playoff game. Give it up. Give it up.
Let's
Give it up.
go,
Give it
Joey
up.
Kimball, our
Give it
lead
up.
statistician
Yeah.
here tonight. All right, let's go back to what happened in Game 2. Leading the Clippers to a big victory, of course, was Kawhi Leonard, going 15 of 19 from the field to get to 39 points. It was absurd efficiency. Players on both sides said it just felt like he never missed in the ball game, and they were pretty close to right, especially down the stretch.
My favorite quote was from Nikola Jokic, who said, "We are making him take tough shots, but are they tough shots for him?" Like, he continues to make them and knock them down. Leonard was just unbelievable in that game, Adam. I mean, his efficiency, 15 for 19. I think the true shooting was above 90% on the ball game, 92%, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, just an unreal performance. You know, a lot of people, it was their wake-up call that Kawhi Leonard can still be this good. He's been doing it for a couple years now, but that's okay.
Coach Lou answered that pregame, by the way. He looked really good last season. I don't know where you guys were. He played 68 games.
Yeah, and had the best 30-game stretch efficiency-wise in the history of the NBA. Just by the way. Anyway, I think what's been most impressive in that contest, Adam, is that he was 9 for 11 and has been this series against Aaron Gordon. The best defender for the Nuggets has had a tough time stopping Kawhi in the matchup data. Kawhi's dominated that one-on-one matchup through 2 games.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, it's just when he gets into his zone, as he mentioned post-game, he doesn't think about it. He just continues to be aggressive out there, and he sees through defenders. That's the X-ray vision of having a Superman on your team. It doesn't matter who's in front of him. It doesn't matter how the defense looks out there. He's able to get to his spots and get his jumper off over anyone in the league. But it was especially a big performance, obviously, not just because it was Game 2 of a playoff series, but because he had 7 turnovers in Game 1.
Yeah.
Now, we categorize turnovers differently sometimes, and it wasn't as bad as the box score said it was.
Agreed.
But he still, while not listening to the media ever, bounced back because internally he knew he didn't play as well as he could have. And that just says a lot about Kawhi Leonard and who he is as a player.
He wants to play perfect. It's this rare combination, Adam, for Kawhi where he strives for perfection but is not bothered at all by the outcome often of what goes on the floor. I mean, you hear him talk post-game. He says, look, this is regular basketball. It just has a title on it. I'm not worried about if my shot goes in. I'm worried about the next shot. He lives in the moment better than maybe any other player we've heard talk about. At the same time, though, can evaluate himself after a game and put the effort forward to be better. It's just a special combination. Not a lot of guys have the ability to do both. I think it's why a lot of people, including yourself, have talked about how he's the closest thing to Michael Jordan. When you look at the way he plays, the hand size, the ability to do it on both ends that we've seen in this game, simply because, Adam, he is so in the moment. He is so present that his ability to just hit shot after shot and have no idea how many points he has, what kind of stretch he's on. He's just worried about the next play. It's great to see a player approach it that way. It's great to see a player in a Clipper uniform. I think Law Murray had the quote from Patty Mills who said, yeah, I've seen that before. It's a lot more fun when it's on your side.
It's almost like he's meditating out there when he's playing basketball. Like, this is his happy place. He's just where he wants to be. He's back in a playoff game. Now tonight, he's back in a playoff game for the first time healthy in front of a sellout Clippers crowd. We haven't gotten this before because if you go back to, 2021, they were still dealing with some COVID restrictions. If you go back to 2023, he played the first 2 games in Phoenix, wasn't able to go after tearing his meniscus back at Staples Center, or Crypto at that time. And then last season, he wasn't healthy in Game 2. That wasn't the full version of Kawhi Leonard at Crypto. This is the first time in a Clippers uniform in a playoff setting where Kawhi is at the peak of his powers in front of a sellout Clippers home crowd, and it's going to be loud in this one. We'll talk more about that coming up with Carlo Jimenez as we're just about 50 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome, the first ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the official pregame show of your LA Clippers right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I love that song.
Sorry, Joe. I got it. I got it.
Be right back, guys.
I
Got to
got
talk
it.
to Brian Seaman.
I got it. What you got to do? He's out.
Coming back in a sec, guys. I ain't doing the Shaq walk to the bathroom. Chill. I don't need no Paul Pierce wheelchair either. Welcome back into Intuit Zone with the first playoff game ever and the Clippers' first home ever. The Dome is home. Thank you, Steve Ballmer. It's game 3 of this best of 7 first-round series between your LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. Coming up here, we'll get your player to watch, your injury report, and we'll have Lauren Rosen on. But first, we're going back to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. All right, Carlo, let's talk about it. History is being made tonight. The Clippers have had home playoff games before, but they've never had them in their own home, an arena that was built just for them. This is a big moment for Clipper Nation.
It really is. And I was talking to a lot of people around the organization, the media, and just how I think today, as much as people are focused on the playoff game, they're focused on the appreciation of what this is, Adam. It's almost playoff time is so different from the regular season. It's almost another grand opening for this Clipper team in this building. It really does feel that way. We had a soft opening in the preseason, a grand opening to start the regular season, and now a new grand opening here in the playoffs, just because playoff games are so different. I mean, so different than a regular season game. For this Clipper group, what I hope is there's no pressure to feel the need to press to start the game, get out into a big lead, get the crowd going. This is going to be a crowd that's going to be into it no matter what, because their first time in this building watching a playoff game. So the hope is that the Clippers continue to do what they've done, Adam, and that's win. They won 14 of the last 15 games in this arena. It truly is a home environment. Let's see how much it translates now to the playoffs. I think it'll translate at an elite level because, as you and I both know, people aren't here just to socialize when it comes to playoff time. They are here to watch and live and die on every play. I cannot wait for this contest.
It's the dream realized of Steve Ballmer and what he wanted to do for this fan base and what he wanted to do for basketball. This is something different. He wanted to create a home court advantage. It has worked. They went 30-11 here this season at Intuit Dome. They went 30-7 after the first 4 games. They couldn't get a victory. And Steve Ballmer joked, do I have to tear this thing down and start over here?
No.
Do we got some bad juju? No, the Clippers turned things around with a 26-point comeback to get their first ever victory. Here it was over the San Antonio Spurs. But going to be interesting tonight. There were some comments made yesterday by David Adelman talking about the arena, and he seemed to allude to maybe some fake crowd noise. That's only going to fire up Clipper Nation even more. I heard from a lot of people online that said, oh, it's now on. Public enemy number 1 of Clipper Nation is David Adelman. Even though it's all in good fun, this is a part of a playoff series. There's going to be a little bit of that back and forth and some jabs back and forth, but they also have the horses tonight at the wall, used to try to distract horse lover that is Nikola Jokic. It could be effective here, Carlo.
You know, Adam, I will say I've gotten some sneak peeks at some signs. Oh, Whew, we got some good ones. We got some good ones. Let me tell you. There is a lot of the, I would say, major narratives you might read on the internet are being called out here by the signage in the wall. We'll talk about it on air, describe it to you with our words, just so it's like you're watching it on TV. The biggest thing with the wall, Adam, is can you continue to have Denver miss free throws? Those 8 missed free throws they had in game 2, a difference maybe in the game as the Clippers were able to come away with a win. The wall, as we know, if the shooting against the wall was a team's free throw percentage, it would be last in the NBA. That's how good it has been this season.
Yeah, the Clippers and Clipper Nation, they've done a great job here creating that environment that gives you that home court advantage. And the lone game during the regular season where the Denver Nuggets were here, they went 10 of 19. And that was something David Adelman was asked about. Teams definitely know now. It has a reputation already in year 1 of being a fortress, a tough place to play against. Interested to see how it goes tonight. But in going back to game 2 and everything that occurred in that ball game, Norman Powell woke up late in the fourth quarter with a big 7 points, including that huge three-pointer over Nikola Jokic off the steal created on Michael Porter Jr. by Chris Dunn. Interested to see if Norman Powell now gets back to looking like himself, Carlo.
He needed it in that contest, Adam. You talked about it, but Norm had been struggling so far. He had missed 15 of his first 22 shots in the series before that 3-for-4 quarter that pushed him over the edge to get going. Ty Lue speaking to a post-game saying he hopes it's an opportunity for Norman Powell to turn the corner for this Clipper team. He truly is the X factor, and you can ask anybody in the media, or you can ask Jamal Murray, who said it before the season started. He feels like Norman Powell is the X factor in this series. Norm has been excellent in this building, and Adam pushing early, but Justin Russo pointed this out on Twitter. While maybe he hasn't shot the ball as well, his gravity on the floor has helped Clipper lineups. When James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are on the floor together, they're a -3 in this series. When Norm joins them, they're all a +8. And in a series decided by a point through 2 games, those are big swings for the Clippers.
Yeah, pivotal. Hopefully the Clippers role players find themselves tonight. Something else Coach Lue talked about with Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's gone 0 for the first 2 games of the series. Hopefully he can settle in. The crowd is beneath them. They are going to be at their backs. They're going to provide that wind in the sails for the Clippers in this game. Game 3, they're taking on the Denver Nuggets. First ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. We're just about 41 minutes away from tip-off. Coming up next, we'll get to your player to watch. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I
like adamantium down.
15 games. It's 15 days since the last home game here, right?
Really?
Yeah. The 9th, April 9th. Last home game was April 9th.
Was that Houston?
Yeah. Houston.
Houston? Oh, my goodness, guys. Some of the signs that are going to be out there tonight, I just got a preview. It is on. It is on. They're fair, they're classy, but it's on. This is going to be epic.
So good.
So we'll go player to watch, injury report, and then Lauren Rosen will be here, guys.
Club level fans will make their way up or down the aisles and through the portals on the main level. Paris, Halo Line, and Steve level fans should take the nearest emergency stairwell down to the main level.
How many beer you had, Adam? I don't even drink anymore, but I haven't won too many Diet Cokes, I'll tell you that right now.
Please don't mind you from close here in the stairway. Remember to remain calm and exit with the rest of your section. Once outside, make your way to the designated emergency assembly point located outside the arena. Arena team members will be given the assistance they provide for their instructions. Follow the directions quickly and stay together with your group.
Clippers in game 3, first ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome, and tip-off between the Clippers and Denver Nuggets is just about 39 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. Still to come, we got Lauren Rosen on the show, but first, get your player to watch. Well, my player to watch in this ball game would be Stormin' Norman Powell. Just went 5 for 14, only had 13 points in game 2, but had 7 of those 13 points in the fourth quarter. Push shot, a floater, and then a big three-pointer with a minute and a half left over Nikola Jokic. Clippers don't win that game without him. Coach Lou stuck with him after a rough 3 quarters. You could say a rough 7 quarters of play going back to game 1. And he was rewarded. It paid dividends in the end. Norman Powell woke up in that fourth quarter. Can it carry over now into 4 quarters of stellar play from him? They need him in this series. I expect Norman Powell to be much better than he has been the first 2 games of this series tonight. Back at home in the safe confines of Intuit Dome. Norman Powell, my player to watch. Coming up next, your injury report, and then Lauren Rosen, as we're just 38 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. It's Game 3, Clippers and Nuggets. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I hear the slap fans. Let me hear those slap fans right now. Oh, yeah, we're just getting started. Let me see those rally towels right now. I see we got the Moments of the Game t-shirt. Make sure you get here early.
Guys, is it confirmed that Michael Porter Jr. is playing? Chill. Okay, yeah, he is playing. As expected. David Alman said he was optimistic. He was going to see how he felt after warm-ups. He's good. Lauren Rosen's here. Big bro. Thank you. I got to go quick segment here, Lauren, and then we'll go to you. And we got time. Did you ask David Adelman the same question you asked about Coach Lou? Somebody asked him about the comments.
Katie did. Well, no one asked him about the comments, but they asked him about, like, the wall. They let him rephrase.
He went out of his way? Okay.
They let him rephrase.
What about the part where he said, will it survive? He said.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, come on. Do you want me to turn it this way? Mirror. Less than me, more Lauren. That's the rule, right? I could use a little touch-up.
One thing about me, I don't get embarrassed. This is a great product. Not sponsored.
Clippers in Game 3, taking on the Denver Nuggets. First ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. It's Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. We'll have more from Carlo Jimenez, and Lauren Rosen will be here momentarily. But first, let's get to that injury report. I bring you good news. The Clippers are fully healthy and ready to go. I don't know if you might consider this bad news, but Michael Porter Jr. is available. He took a tough spill. Chris Dunn went for that steal late, ended up turning into a Norman Powell three-pointer. But while he was supermaning to get the ball away from Michael Porter Jr., he landed on his shoulder. And MPJ has been dealing with a myriad of injuries going on right now, but he is available tonight, so expect him in the starting lineup per usual for David Adelman's crew. Tip-off, 30 5 minutes away. Clippers, game 3, taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. And coming up next, we got Lauren Rosen on the show, y'all. I'm Adam Moslin, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. What'd Kevin Harlan say about Ralph? What Kevin Harlan say?
The 2045-26 season memberships are on sale now. Want access to member pricing for upcoming playoff rounds? Tickets to every home game next season and exclusive benefits? Explore a membership at clippers.com/season tickets. Join the Junior Clippers.
Y'all gotta chill in the chat. Love of God.
Love you too, chat.
The timeouts that are coming for you guys. Chill.
They put Ping in timeout in the media room.
Excuse me?
Ping was put in timeout. He was in a row by himself.
I
I said, why are you sitting there all alone?
didn't notice that.
Sweet Ping.
I tried to stand next to the damn monitor because I can't hear anything normally, and it was
Yeah.
still low.
Oh, are your eardrums messed up from your career?
No, well, I don't think it's from
Maybe.
that. I
Oh,
had,
you're like, they're just messed up.
yeah, this is an all natural messed up
Oh,
eardrums.
no.
It started like a year ago. I had like ear infections or something, and I got to
Oh,
get
God.
a surgery still.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's not like I'm going, they say I'm not going deaf.
Off-season mode.
Yeah. All right, y'all, we're coming back.
Clipper Nation, buy your playoff tickets. Show up early. Ticket fans who arrive
Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets as we are just 32 minutes away from tip-off in the first ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. The Dome is home. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard, but joining the show right now is your courtside reporter. That would be Lauren Rosen. Follow her on social media at Lauren M. Rosen is where you find her. You also found her a couple of days ago on Clippers Talk, by the way, off-day edition. Lauren, good to see you here at Intuit Dome again.
Always a pleasure. And this always tends to go well. So I'm very much looking forward to chopping it up and then watching the fellas out there because this has been the premier series of this NBA playoffs, bar none. It has been spectacular.
This has been as good as advertised so far. The Clippers have outscored them by a total of 1 point so far in this series, and we're all tied up at a game apiece. I know we revisited it the other day, but I still want to talk about just the extraordinary performance from Kawhi Leonard, having 39 points on just 15 shots. It's an all-time efficiency game. I don't know if people were just missing the boat for a while. They didn't watch how good he was last season when he was healthy, but this is who he is when he's healthy and available to go.
This is who he is when he is healthy and available to go, and this is who he has been now for years. He has been spectacular in the playoffs. We talked about it the other day, but injuries exemption from injury, injuries exempted. He is one of the best playoff performers in NBA history. He has so many special moments. He has been so spectacular for such a long time. The way that he has played in this playoffs reminds me a ton of what it was like when I was with the Sixers and he was on the Raptors, and there was just nothing you could do to get in his way. They pushed that series as far as a series could go, and Kawhi Leonard said, no. This ends now because of me. That's who he has been now for over a decade in this league. That wasn't his first title. He's been doing this. So to see him arrive at this place healthy, to hear the way that he speaks about it too, he's so happy and proud and enjoying every moment. It's just great to see on a human level what he's able to do in this series here.
I said earlier, it's like he's meditating when he's playing basketball at times. I don't think I'm the first to say it or to see it out there, but he's so calm, cool, collected. Before you hit that final shot, to put him up by 3 over Aaron Gordon on the right elbow. He looked completely exhausted. They called the timeout. He comes out of it and just has all the focus that you need, all the explosiveness you could ask for late in the ball game when you're that tired with the thin air. He just finds a way to get to that place he needs to be in the biggest moments.
And by the way, that's a product of his work. And listen, we all know as NBA fans, as viewers, as folks that work in and around an NBA team, that some of these guys are predisposed to this type of brilliance. Kawhi Leonard was born to be the size and strength of this Kawhi Leonard, right? And if you're not born that way, you might not be able to be this good. But make no mistake, something separates the players like Kawhi from the players that don't become that great. Physical tools aside, the ones that work that hard, the ones that drill that religiously, that systematically, that carefully, the way that we've seen Kawhi do now for years, this is the reward for that hard work that he puts in behind the scenes. So make no mistake, none of this is coincidental. The health was strategic, and the abilities have been honed and crafted over years and years and years. So it's great to see those two meet. The Venn diagram of health and practice, we're finally in the middle, and I'm so happy for him.
To your point, I don't know in any basketball game if he's ever been the most athletic guy out there. He's been the most skilled guy out there. He's been the most driven guy out there. He didn't come out of San Diego State with the jumper that he has now. He's had to put in the work. It's incredible to see the player he's become from starting off as a role player, a great defensive specialist, to being an all-time top-level scorer in the biggest moments and having that cold-blooded nature to him in a playoff series. I've said this a lot, I don't think there are 10 guys in NBA history I would take over him in a 7-game series.
You can't. You simply can't. And you mentioned that defensive specialist that he was billed at coming out of his experience in college, coming into the NBA, a defensive specialist. Okay, sure. Watching him build the offense to match that defense while continuing to raise the bar defensively, right? I got to chat with Ivica Zubac the other day about just how different it is when Kawhi is on the floor, when Chris Dunn is on the floor, when Derek Jones Jr. or any combination of the three are on the floor. What Kawhi is able to do defensively, while it might not punch out of the screen the way his offense has in this series, is extremely special, extremely valuable, and extremely appreciated. So to see that defensive reputation, have him raise the bar on an already sterling reputation, and then have him continue to raise the bar offensively too, it's just really special to watch, and I'm so glad folks are enjoying it.
Speaking of Big Zoo, he's averaging 19 and 13 through 2 games in this series, while helping hold Nikola Jokic below his season averages. I know that's saying a lot. He's still averaging a triple-double so far in this series, but it's actually less of a triple-double than he averaged during the regular season while he's been playing more minutes out there. I can't say enough about Ivica Zubac and just the way he is turned into, now at the age of 28, a defensive stalwart that was in conversations for Defensive Player of the Year. We know he's not going to finish top 3, but maybe top 5 still, and that says a lot about who he is. And this playoff series going against the best player in the world that he has to guard at his position, and he's more than holding his own right now.
Well, seeing him get buzz for Defensive Player of the Year, seeing him get votes for Defensive Player of the Year, it kind of signals that the price is going up on Ivica Zubac, because that guy is destined at this point, I believe, this season to make an all defensive team and or an all NBA team. And I think if anyone had told us in the preseason that Ivica Zubac would be an all NBA player, I would have been excited to see what that meant. I would have said how. I wouldn't have not believed it, but I would have said, how's that going to work? And he has showed us night after night after night exactly how that works. He has been spectacular, and he's been really good in this series too. We haven't seen him at his best yet, I don't think, and that's scary because he's been great.
Yeah, Ivica Zubac, the best is yet to come. I think you could say the same, obviously, with Norman Powell, but he had a great breakthrough performance in that fourth quarter with 7 points, and they were all critical in game 2. I'm wondering what that does for him confidence-wise now back home. If he can put it together for 4 full quarters for this Clippers team, they become even that much more dangerous.
Well, in a strange way, perhaps it does nothing for him confidence-wise, because he is so steady and confident all the time that this is a guy that understands that his game will ebb and flow, as is the case with every player on this basketball team. Keep an eye on Bogdan Bogdanovic for the rest of this series, because I'll remind you, he had a slow start when he was traded to the Clippers, and then he has absolutely exploded for scoring performance and punch since those first few games. Back to norm, though. Obviously, a slower start to the series, but I was really disappointed to see the way that people were talking about Norm's early performance, forgetting about exactly who he has been all season long for this team. So then to see him come back in that second half and put the world on notice the way that he did, I will remind everybody once again, the Clippers are not a 50-win team without Norman Powell. They're playing in the play-in without Norman Powell. And they might not have won that game, too, without Norman Powell. So let's make sure we're embracing the guy that has embraced this team and put it on his back all season long. I expect another big performance from him tonight and as the series goes along.
If you all didn't realize there, Lauren Rosen also keeps receipts, so watch out, okay?
I see it all.
Lauren Rosen also asked Coach Lou a great question pregame because there was a little bit of controversy yesterday. It's all in good fun. It's a playoff series. These are the things that happen. You see some jabs out there from players and from head coaches. Even a guy who has only coached in 4 or 5 games so far, in David Adelman, it seemed like he was taking a little bit of a shot at Intuit Dome, maybe accusing them of pumping in some artificial sound. Coach Lou wasn't sure about that. He didn't hear the comment. David Adelman kind of walked it back a little bit pregame, and he did say a lot of glowing things about it yesterday as well. But this is an arena that is getting its first ever playoff game here. And the fans heard what David Adelman said. And regardless of what he said pregame, I don't know if that's going to get to them in time. They're already amped up for this one, Laura Rosen.
You do not want to give a group of already excited fans bulletin board material. So whether or not he meant it, Clipper Nation heard him loud and clear. It's going to be loud as heck in this building this evening. Coach Adelman, let's give him some credit. It's his 6th game coaching. He's only coached 6 games as a head coach. A reminder that Mike Malone had an exit right at the end of the season. This Denver Nuggets team in uncharted territory as far as David Adelman is concerned. So appreciated the way that he then doubled back and sort of gave credit to the building for doing a great job in its early tenure as a building that NBA games are played within. And I'm looking forward to seeing the way that Clipper Nation is going to respond to what those comments made, regardless of what their intentions were.
What do you think of the horse head hats that they will be wearing in the crowd to distract Nikola Jokic, who obviously is a horse lover?
So for those that maybe just started listening or haven't been on social media tonight, the wall was given horse, not masks, but heads. And for background, Nikola Jokic loves horses. It's his off-season passion. This is well documented. He loves being, I don't even know what the right term is, but he loves being with his horses. It's something that he does when he goes home to Europe in the summer, and he loves them. So listen, at the very least, I think he'll get a chuckle. The horses that will make him chuckle. Coach Adelman saying he hopes it doesn't make him want to go home. You don't want to be too homesick when you see those horses, but listen, the Clippers will take it. And it's honestly, it's in good fun. It's cheeky. It's cool. It's unique. No one else in the NBA is doing this. Excited for the wall to get its postseason debut as well tonight.
All right, let's get to the biggest moment of this segment. It's our player to watch time. So I already have chosen Norman Powell here, Lauren Rosen. But you still have a pick before Carlo. Who are you going with as your Clippers player to watch?
Well, interesting. I was going to go with Norman Powell myself here, Adam, but I think if I had to make a second pick, I'm going to go with Ivica Zubac tonight, just because he has proven in the regular season and now postseason alike to be the best one-on-one defender of Nikola Jokic in this NBA, right? And he talked about it. You can't stop the greatest scorer on the planet, which I think Jokic is, but you can make it hard on him.
Yes.
And that's something that Zoo has done all season long, all series long. He's going to have to do it again tonight. But like I said earlier, I don't think we've seen Zoo play his best basketball in this series yet. He could do more offensively and defensively. And if he does, it's going to continue to be as close, as competitive as it has been in games 1 and 2, Adam.
Huge game 3, first ever playoff game here at the Dome, the Intuit Dome. The Dome is home. It's the Clippers and Denver Nuggets. Tip-off is just 20 minutes away. She's Lauren Rosen, your courtside reporter. Some people are getting blocked in the chat as we are seeing some just... I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Everybody's locked in. It's the playoffs. Adam, I love doing this with you. We'll have to do it again on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully in a better setting here, at least on the online setting. All right, Lauren, appreciate you. At Lauren M. Rosen is where you find her. Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Coming up next, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. I'm Adam Moslin, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Can they hear me?
Block.
No, you don't have to block them. Hey, chat, they're going to block you if you keep being crazy like that. So just a little less.
Honestly, you guys have been good for the most part this year. What is the deal
Come
tonight?
on, gang.
I think it's some Denver Nuggets fans infiltrating.
Clipper Nation is locked in. Clipper Nation gets 3 strikes. So we'll see. Don't block anyone, but
All right.
we'll clean it up for game 4, fellas.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Lauren.
Fellas, I shouldn't have assumed, but I think we know. Bye, guys.
You all gotta chill. Come on now. I'm double blocking. I don't. This is just. Have some decorum, y'all. I know it's just one guy, really. My favorite rapper? Probably Tupac. Lauren, here's something wholesome. Hi, Lauren.
Oh, that's happening.
Someone else is getting blocked. Y'all really embarrassed yourself, a couple of you. I know it's a few bad apples. Real rotten apples. Jiminy Christmas. We achieved a good segment anyways. Clippers and Denver Nuggets tip-off is just 17 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. It's Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come here. We'll get back to Carlo Jimenez. But first, your drive around the league is brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. With 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter in Detroit, the Knicks lead 116-110. And now with 8 seconds left, they still lead by 6. It looks like they're going to improve to 2-1 in this best of 7 first-round series in the Eastern Conference, where they will have taken back home court advantage if they can hold on. Up 116-110 with 8.6 seconds left in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. Pizza. Just tipping off in Memphis, the Grizzlies, if they can just stay within 30 tonight against the OKC Thunder. And maybe they'll make some noise. They're at home, but those first 2 games were tough. They're tied up early on at 4, 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Grizzlies and Thunder. And the Clippers are in game 3, and they are taking the court right now here at Intuit Dome. First time ever we've had a playoff game here in their first arena. It's the Intuit Dome. The Dome is home. Game 3, Clippers, Nuggets, tip-off 16 minutes away. Coming up next, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Oslin, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Typically, I don't eat during the game, but I will eat pregame. If there's crumble cookies, I'll eat. I try to just like kind of intermittent fast on game days. If you guys have noticed, I haven't done many late night episodes where I get food. Okay, there was that one in and out recently, but that wasn't on game day. That was different. It's different, Jake. What's so funny? Wasn't my 3,000th time going through a drive-thru after a game, all right? I didn't do that. I don't go to do that.
Rookie.
Oh. Big Brother Jake's 3,000th broadcast, guys, tonight. That's good vibes for Clipper Nation. That's good vibes. I agree. Lauren was the best part. It's all downhill from here. They brought out the worst in some people. Hey, Carlo's on time.
Jake, have I ever missed anything? I thought so.
Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets in Game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round series as we're tied up in a game apiece. But it's the first ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It's your official pregame show. Clippers countdown still to come. We'll get to your keys to victory. But first, back over to Carlo Jimenez, your radio voice of the Clippers. All right, Carlo, let's talk about Nikola Jokic a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned because he's somewhat due. I know he's still averaging a triple-double in this series, but when you account for minutes played and then the fact that he's actually at a lower level triple-double than what he averaged in the regular season while playing 8 more minutes per game, it just seems like at some point he's going to have a breakout 35-plus performance. How do you feel about the Joker?
It's a valid concern, Adam. I mean, when you think about his ability to get it going offensively, he can really do it anytime he wants. In the last couple of games, he's let the game come to him a little bit more than attack the game. Jokic does lead the NBA in passes per game. He's trying to find his teammates involved every single time down. That's why he's led the NBA in passes per game 6 of the last 7 seasons. But at some point, Adelman's probably going to have to look at him and say, hey, man, we need you to score the ball. And I believe he will have that aggressiveness in today's contest. You mentioned him not having that first step. I mean, Adam, he's averaged 27.5 points on 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, which seems like good numbers. It's the lowest in the postseason for him in the last 4+ postseasons. So he has had a down year on the offensive end through 2 games in this postseason.
What's interesting is Joey Kimball, our statistician, just pointed out, less can be more with him in a playoff setting. He's 0-4 when he scores 40 or more in playoff games. So Nikola Jokic maybe knowing that he needs a little bit more balance and he needs the others to come along, but I do think he's going to come out a little bit more aggressive than he has the first 2 games as he just tried to get the role players going, being more passive, and then trying to take over late. He may put more on his shoulders in the first quarter of this one. So a stat I was trying to give you earlier, Jamal Murray in this series, in the 11 minutes he has been off the floor, the Clippers are plus 18. They have done a lot of damage when Jamal Murray has been off the floor. And this Clippers team overall, with the different rotations with the second unit and Ben Simmons, I do like what I'm seeing from Coach Lue, finding the right configurations to match up with the Denver Nuggets when they dig into their bench.
It's impressive because the Clippers have all the versatility. I think at one point David Adelman spoke to this series, Adam, saying, well, Ty Lue could do whatever he wants. He has anybody at his disposal essentially on the offensive end. And you look at Denver, they do not have that same luxury. They are not as versatile when it comes to who they want to play. Now, part of that, Adam, has been they've decided not to be a little more versatile. I think they could play somebody like Julian Strawther, like Peyton Watson, a little more minutes and maybe have a little more versatility, but they've stuck to their starters and their guys who really helped them win a championship back in 2023. The Clippers can counter, and I think, Adam, the key to that is when Denver does make that adjustment, like bringing in a DeAndre Jordan, or if we see a Peyton Watson, the Clippers have to take advantage of that wherever that other advantage is. So if it's Watson out in the ball game, sagging off him, making the court a lot smaller. If you have DeAndre Jordan out in the ball game, can you get out and run? Can you make somebody in their 17th NBA season run up and down the court at a high level? That will be the question for the Clippers. As Adelman noted, every time you adjust, you might discover a new weakness and not so much a new strength.
Yeah.
How do the Clippers attack that weakness?
Yeah, I thought that was a really interesting point. You adjust too much, and now all of a sudden Bogdan Bogdanovic is hot out there, and you got to deal with him if you're Denver. So you have to be careful and strike that balance. All right, Carlo, let's get to our players to watch here. Now, I chose Norman Powell. Lauren Rosen chose Ivica Zubac. Carlo, who's your player to watch? Take your time.
I'm going to go
Slide radio.
a real player to. What is this, Jake? Are we at do we have a tea time to get to? You have a dinner reservation?
You got a
I know.
tip off.
I know. Oh, the tip off. Yeah. Well, good thing we're on national TV. We're not tipping off on time. Shout out NBA TV.
Is Charles Barkley to my left all of a sudden? Yeah, that's it.
I'm going Chris Dunn. He is 1 for 7 on corner threes so far in this series. I expect him to hit a couple of those. While he has been excellent defensively, Adam, there's no question about that. His offense has been okay. It was good game 1, but kind of fell off a cliff after the second quarter. It was okay game 2. I think he has a great game on both sides of the ball, especially with the crowd behind him. Every time he makes a play, people are going to be active and excited.
Chris Dunn, Carlo's player to watch. Tip-off is just about 9 minutes away here at Intuit Dome in Game 3 between your LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. First ever playoff game here at the Dome. Coming up next, your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Yeah, we got nowhere to be, and Adam's out here stressing.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Nothing. Just don't look at Adam, Joey.
Excuse me? Good stat, Joey. That was clutch. Playoff, Joey. Built different. I was thinking of the game. What was the game he lit up Gobert last year in that second round series? No, it's not bad.
Big bro, we ready to go? 3,000.
I am ready, sir.
Let's do it.
Mr. 3000.
That's facts.
Will you settle for a win, big bro?
I'll trade any banner for a win.
Okay.
I'll give up my championship ring from this team to win the championship. Oh, wait. I probably won't get one because I'm part-time. But nonetheless, invite me to the party at least.
That's chill.
I'll get you a championship ring, big bro.
I'll take it.
I guess I have to chip in since you got me a gold medal. You guys know I ran 10 miles today?
What? We're going to miss the game, Adam.
Clippers and Denver Nuggets, Game 3. First ever playoff game here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 6 minutes away. Let's get to your keys to victory. I don't know how I could not make this your key to victory, considering it has determined the first 2 games of this series. You got to cut down on the turnovers. The team that has had 20 has lost both games so far. First it was the Clippers in Game 1, then it was the Denver Nuggets in Game 2 as things flipped around, as I just saw Derrick Jones Jr. go for a behind-the-back 360 dunk in the layup line. Couldn't get it to go. I'm not saying that's a bad omen. I think I missed the other one he got. Ben Simmons just cut an alley-oop in the layup line, and now Kawhi just goes for a lefty layup, scoop layup at that. But I do think the turnover issue, look, especially at home, if the Clippers are able to generate more turnovers on the Denver Nuggets and get out transition for some easy ones with some of these high-flying acts, that'll keep the crowd up and amped up, and they can be the wind at the Clippers' backs in this ball game and help propel them to a 2-1 series lead. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call for Game 3. Clippers and Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Nice, Daniel. Talk to you guys post game. Those who didn't get blocked.
Talk to you guys